Okay, so in our height map, when we initialize it, we'll set our max height, height ratio, square length, some other default values. And then when we actually create the model, we'll pass in our image data, get the image width and height, pass in our variables here, and then basically assign our vertices, go through each of the pixels, assign our vertices, also assign our triangles counterclockwise rotation, as well as figure out the min and max values for each of our height map cells. And then when we actually go ahead and intersect an object with our height map, we will get the B-sphere, get the collision volume, figure out the min and max of the B-sphere itself, and then basically for each of the pixels kind of within the range of it, we will determine the level of collision. So essentially, if only the bounding box of the general bounding box of the object is touching the height map, the color will be green. If the B-sphere is touching the object, we'll color it yellow, and then if the collision volume is touching it, we will color it red. And then also showing the align function right now, basically using the barycentric coordinates. Right now it's only affecting the height of the object that is passed in, only affecting that position there. So let's go ahead and show that off real quick. So we can see the tanks, the three different colors with the different collision volumes there. And then if we try to move up the height map, we'll get some level to the height. This is still kind of a work in progress at the moment, with the height not quite finished yet. And then also taking a quick look at my game planning document. Not a final version yet, but a basic kind of plan going down. So essentially, the idea for my game is that it'll be set in space. You're kind of the sole protector of your planet. One day there's an alien force that comes in. You try to fend them off, but they end up exiling you from your home. So it is your job to make your way back home, kind of go through all the planets in your system, and wipe out the aliens that have invaded. So essentially, kind of going through the timeline, the player will kind of start out in a training area, learning the movement and how to shoot. Once the aliens come in, that's kind of your first real level. You try and stop them, but eventually you fail, they exile you, and then it's up to you to kind of make your way back home and take care of the alien threat. And then essentially for the controls, WAS to move, enter to shoot, also up and down to change the vertical angle of your turret of where you actually shoot. The HUD would display your current lives of how many hits you can take, as well as an enemy counter for each level, how many enemies you have left to kill. And then assets, you have a hero tank and an enemy tank model, as well as one planet terrain map per level, each with their own height map data, as well as various textures for kind of planets that are off in the background as well.